Welcome back to The American Rancher. We've learned, among other things, that the feedlot business is about managing a lot of details well. It's an industry that requires daily attention to avoid risk and losses. We continue our story in western Kansas with Poky feeders.
Poky was involved in the very beginning of U.S. Premium Beef. U.S. Premium Beef is the grid system, the marketing system of National Beef. And I would say we're marketing now somewhere close to 85 or 90% of our cattle are going through the grid. And the largest percentage of those would go through National. As the whole industry has changed, we have too. And so we kill a large percentage of our cattle, like I said, but they are really a higher quality animal.
Located at Scott City, Kansas, Poky Feeders has been feeding cattle since the early 1980s. The company originated in Pocahontas, Iowa. Joe Morgan has been with Poky since 1985 and serves as general manager and is also part owner of the yard.
One thing about Poky that's a little different, unique than a lot of feed yards today is 90% of the cattle here are owned by someone else. So we don't have as much influence of what we take in and feed as we did 15 or 18 years ago. Back in that time frame, we did buy a lot more feeder cattle, it seems like, and we had more of a clientele of investor type feeders that we bought the cattle for and sold to them. Today, we seem to have more retained ownership and more of a customer base of that type.
Poky is a massive operation with a capacity of some 75,000 head of cattle. Feeding occurs 3 times daily beginning at 6 a.m. and finishing up about 4 p.m. Joe Morgan and the Poky staff work closely with their customers to assure the health and well-being of all stock. Cattle received are processed in a timely fashion with attention given to the previous health program that the cattle were on. Poky has a staff of some 70 people, which are assigned to the operational phases of the yard.
We have the feed department, which would be the mill and the feed truck drivers. We do our own processing here, so we have our own processing cattle, which would be, given the vaccinations and the implants, and then we also have a health crew, and so we have pen riders that check the cattle, and we ride all the cattle here once a day, and problem pens we do twice a day. When they send cattle in here, even though they've been previously vaccinated, that sets up the health, but we need to do additional booster shots here because you have this viral cloud in these big feed yards because you're constantly having cattle come in and you're just always challenging the health of these cattle. So it's important that we booster the shots. They do need to have the shots at home, and I promote that with our customers, to have a vaccination program, work with their local vet, get a good program, and we'll help them. Our vet will help them. Currently, we're feeding just flake corn. If the market allows, we'll feed flaked wheat.
Feedlot operators exercise proper care of livestock with high regard for handling procedures that ensure the well-being for both the animals and the people that work with them.
We want to produce a healthy product for everyone. My children, my grandchildren, my family. We eat beef. If we don't take care of the animals, they're not going to perform for us. And, if they don't perform for us, we won't be in business very long.
Most cattle that enter the yard as 8 weights will finish within 150 to 180 days. At this point, the cattle are ready at 1,250 to 1,350 pounds to walk that last mile to harvest, where they provide edible protein and other valuable products which support life on a large scale.
Well, it's a tough industry, without a doubt. We all know that. It is a real tough industry, and I've got some other really good young talented guys with us now, probably the best crew I've had in a long time. One of the things I tell them that there's just great opportunity here if you want to work hard and pay attention and do good business. There's probably as much opportunity now as there ever has been because there's getting to be less and less people that want to do this. And so those that do will be rewarded for it, and I really believe that.